Hi, it's Christina from the Castaway Kitchen, and today we're going to be making an AIP dish, spinach, mushroom, bacon Alfredo. So AIP stands for Autoimmune Protocol, and it's an elimination diet meant to heal leaky gut and any autoimmune diseases. Better yet, it doesn't really heal diseases because autoimmune diseases can't be healed, they're chronic, but it helps put them in remission by reducing inflammation. I did the AIP last year and it helped reduce will put my autoimmune diseases in remission, and since then I've reintroduced a lot of food successfully. And with that, my blog, thecastawayKitchen.com, is all paleo, Whole30 AIP recipes, all geared toward like feeling your best and healing your body. You can find me on Facebook, on the blog, on Instagram, and even on Twitter and Snapchat, duh. Start the recipe by making your spaghetti squash. For time's sake, I already have mine cooked, but I'm going to show you the 2 ways or 3 ways you can make it. One, you can put the whole thing in your pressure cooker with a little bit of water, set it to vegetables and done, or you can open it, seat it, and then put it in your pressure cooker. Or you can roast it, which in that case you would open it in half, seat it, rub it down with oil, put it face down in the oven at 400 for about 30 minutes. I'm usually partial to roasting it, but it's so hot. My house is like 80 degrees in the summer, so the pressure cooker is a great way to do it without heating up your whole house. So let's cook the bacon first, and then we're going to make the cauliflower Alfredo sauce, and then we'll saute the spinach and the mushrooms, and we'll put it all together. So I like to put my bacon on a rack over a sheet pan, and then I put it in the oven cold, and then I set it to 350. So it'll cook like this about 8 minutes past the preheat. So it'll preheat to 350 with the bacon in there, and then about 8 to 10 minutes after that, it'll be done. So this recipe is on the blog, but you see I have all my ingredients here, and they're ready to go. We're going to make the cauliflower in the Instant Pot: onions, cauliflower, garlic, ginger. It's funny because I actually have a real plumeria in my hair in the back. But anyway, so you can do this stovetop, and those instructions are on the blog. I have the Breville Fast Slow Pro, but you can do this with the Instant Pot. So I'm going to set it to saute, and then I'm going to melt the fat and add in the onions and start adding the ingredients in the pot. I use palm oil shortening today, but I want to talk about, you can use olive oil, but I want to talk about the rest of these ingredients really quick. This is what's going to make our Alfredo sauce. So of course we have cauliflower, we have onions, we have garlic, basic, right? We're going to use oregano, a little Italian seasoning, we're going to use homemade bone broth for flavor and obviously health reasons. We're going to use coconut milk for creaminess. And then now my secret weapon is this, and I'll explain. So fish sauce, right? The reason we're using fish sauce is because it's umami flavored. And you know, Parmesan cheese is also umami. So it really lends itself to that cheesy. We've added the onions. I'm going to add the garlic and the ginger and let it brown for a little bit. BT dubs, I love these silicone spoons for handling like nonstick pans and, you know, pressure cooker, that kind of thing. It really doesn't scratch anything up. This isn't my usual brand because I couldn't find it, but I still picked something without antibiotics, without hormones, gluten-free, and no nightshades. Okay, everything's looking nice and tender in here, so I'm going to go ahead and add in the 3 cups of diced cauliflower. So I just put in the oregano and the salt, and I put 1 teaspoon in the recipe, but I use a little bit more. I just tend to be heavy-handed with my seasoning, so you do you. See, I told you. I just, you know, can't help it. Okay, adding in broth and coconut milk, and then we're going to close this up and let it cook. Note on the coconut milk, you want it to be well shaken up. You don't want that watery, like, liquid at the bottom. You want the fat mixed in so it's nice and thick. So don't get crazy with your liquids. Like half a cup of broth, half a cup of milk is enough because you don't want your Alfredo sauce to be watery, right? Okay, so let's close this. From saute to pressure cook, you have to like pretty much turn it off, then put it back up to pressure cook, close it up, and start. So even though it says 8 minutes, it's always a little more because it takes a while to preheat, and then after it's done cooking, it takes a while to release the pressure. So I would say it's more like 12 minutes. It's coming along nicely. It just finished getting to 350. My oven takes forever. So let's give it those 8 minutes and we'll check on it again. This is kind of like an egotistical little filter here, right? Like the universe revolves around me. Okay, I'm gonna mince up some more garlic for the spinach mushroom mix. So that's all ready to go. We have some time before I want to cook it because the cauliflower will be a bit. So let's just hang out. I would normally take you guys outside and show you beautiful Hawaii, but it's pouring today. It's super gross. We had a tropical depression Darby here over the weekend. This is Lankai Beach. These are family pictures we did over the week, like 2 weekends ago. And this is one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. Those are the Mokes. So I'm going to type on the screen my favorite resources for autoimmune paleo and autoimmune protocol. It's such a great community online. Okay, time to get back to the kitchen and finish cooking and eat this stuff because I'm starving. So I'm going to wait till the fat melts completely and the skillet's really hot before adding in my mushrooms, because if you put in mushrooms into a cold pan, they're just going to boil. So I'm going to saute my mushrooms here nice and hot until they're wilted, and then I'm going to add my garlic because I don't want that garlic to burn. Okay, so mushrooms are nice and cooked. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit to medium. Add in my garlic. I already did a little salt. If you guys follow me, you know how much I love greens, so we're just gonna like pile them in here. I'll probably use this whole case. So this is done now. Time since finished. It's gonna start releasing the pressure up here and making all sorts of weird noises. Okay, and just gently moving these greens around so they don't fly everywhere until they're all nice and wilted. Beautiful. Now we're gonna add in the spaghetti squash to heat it because it is cold. If you're taking your spaghetti squash right out of the pressure cooker or the oven and it's hot, you don't have to do this. You know, this recipe, you can make it to your own food preferences. Like if you're not AIP or don't have restrictions, go ahead and use regular pasta, zoodles, gluten-free pasta. I'm going to turn the stove to low here on this and then grab a bunch of bacon with tongs and chop it up. If your pressure cooker is just taking forever, you can press the release button just to make that pressure release faster and get on with the show. Bacon. Okay. I'm going to put everything from the pressure cooker, throw it into the blender, and whiz it up. And then I'll come back because I need 2 hands. Guys, you have to be really careful. Like, use all the towels, use whatever you need. Careful when you blend it. Don't put your hand on top because this is really hot and it's going to steam. So I blended it till it's like half smooth. Now I'm going to add in the fish sauce and then blend it again. And we're ready to mix and serve. Little top to your blender, or that hot liquid's gonna splurt everywhere. But I added the sauce and I'm just gonna give it one more high so it's nice and smooth. And there you go. Look at this sexiness. Yum. Obs, this makes a lot of Alfredo sauce, which is amazing because then you'll have tons of leftovers. So I'm gonna use a little bit and just pour it up into my skillet. I mean, get out of here. Look at this. Stupid good. Okay guys, so that's it. We're done here. You see this is like an awesome, warm, comforting meal. It serves about 2 or 1 really hungry person. No one's judging. Remember to give me a follow at the Castaway Kitchen or thecastawaykitchen.com. I'm really active on the blog and on Instagram for awesome paleo recipes.
And thanks to the feed for having me. I always love being here. And if you want to do this too, send them a snap and they'll set you right up. Bye!